talk about this cheating thing for a lot of people. The thing that you feeling right now, it'll pass. It'll pass. Think about this, ladies, from this perspective, and then think about this, fellas, from this perspective. Ladies, you've been with this man through thick and thin, right? Father of your kid, structuring your household. You've loved on him, all of that. He had a moment of weakness or a couple moments of weaknesses, right? From a selfish perspective, are you going to let somebody benefit from all of the things that your husband is now becoming as a result of you being emotional in that one particular moment? Are you going to let your man you going to throw that whole situation, your whole marriage, everything that y'all built and worked for just because you're emotional at that particular moment over some sex? It seemed bigger than what it really is. It's really not. It seems much stronger and much more of an issue than it really is, but it really ain't.
Okay, so there's two reasons why guys cheat, and I'm going to explain it right now. Number one is that man is so insecure, so he has to cheat to make himself feel better. Now, if you noticed, a lot of the time, his girlfriend might be beautiful, and he'll cheat with somebody that doesn't even look as good as her. And the reason number two is guys simply get tired of what they have. They can have the most precious and best thing in front of them. They'll get tired of it. They'll want something else. And that's the sad truth. But let me tell you one thing. The men that truly love their ladies,
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Ladies, it is dumb to leave your man because he cheated. It's dumb. Now, if he's a cheater, yes, but because he cheated, what you going to do? You going to find you another man that don't struggle with infidelity? We all do. And if there's a man out there that's telling you he don't, he lying. But don't take my word for it. Tell me this. How many women you know that hasn't been cheated on? Don't worry. I'll wait.
Me tell me daughter this, me say if your husband cheat on your so-called cheat, don't go. Work it out with him because the next man I go do the same and the next and the next and the next and the next and the next.
When you say so-called cheat, what do you mean?
Because man don't cheat.
Man's just not meant to be monogamous.
Man not meant to be monogamous. And no matter if a woman cheat more than men.
100%. They just never get caught for it.
Okay.
The best women in the world are the ones that do their side of the male and female dynamic and understand how the world actually works. And if a man cheats on you, yes, it's going to hurt. You're going to cry. He should show up for you, but I don't necessarily think you should leave, because finding a man that's going to take...
Like what I gotta say, but I don't care. It's my opinion. And I think black women need to stop leaving their man for cheating. Point blank, period. And it's not about if he can bring me home a disease, because you can meet a man randomly at a church and think he's a good Christian and he's not that type of guy, and he could be a demon and give you a disease. So you can catch it from anywhere. So let's just exit that topic out right now, because that can come from anywhere. Now, do you think these white women, Jewish, Muslim, Chinese women, you think they leave their man for cheating? They don't. In the time that they actually do divorce their husbands, they make sure that they are in a good situation before they leave. Black women, we leave too prematurely when the kids are still small and we still need help. And you're just kicking this man out because he's cheating. So when we find out that he's cheating, what do? We call him a bitch, a faggot, you're a punk, you're this, you're that. You think in his mind he's thinking, oh, she's only talking to me like this because I cheated? No, he's thinking in his mind that this is how you really feel about him. So he's thinking in his mind, damn, all that I did for her, and I've been here and I've been trying to do this with the kids, and trying to be a man and try to, and that's how she thinks about me. She thinks I'm a bitch. He's not even thinking about that he was cheating. That's why you're talking to him like that. And then what are we doing? We're pushing him further into the bitches' hands, and they don't even be staying with them bitches. So that's why I say that those leaving a man for cheating is pointless. It's pointless. It doesn't even matter. So now you left that guy for cheating, and then you get this new guy that is not even claiming you, and that you're talking so much about the last person to this person. Now you're disposable to this guy at this point. And you left this guy for cheating, but you don't even know how many women this new guy's with. For real, because you really don't even know him. Make it make sense. I'm not saying that you can't find a faithful black man, but what I'm saying is that the stats show that African-American women households are the majority single for the past decades. So that means that what they have been teaching us as a child to not tolerate these things from these black men and do it on your own, maybe we shouldn't listen to them because it didn't work for them and it won't work for us. I remember my grand aunt, she's been married till death do her apart for 60-something years, and she told me, as long as he's taking care of everything in the household and he's loving you and he's caring for you, do not fight him. And I should have listened to her. Don't fight him. Let him be. And before y'all come for me for my skin color, my mother and father was born in Haiti. My grandmother and grandfather was born in Haiti. My great-grandmother and great-grandfather was born in Haiti. My great-great-grandmother was born in Haiti.
Like, all men cheat. And if you gonna cheat, just, like, don't let me find out about it, right? Like, in my head, I'm gonna think you're not cheating, while I know in the back of my mind I know you are. So, like, just don't play in my face with it. Like, if you gonna cheat, go do it on the low. Control the like, just don't let me find out. So, my nigga was cheating on me, which I knew he was. But, like, I couldn't prove it, which was good. I was like, I can't prove it, oh well, right? So the girl that he was cheating on me with, I was in Miami and I had left like some clothes at his house. Probably like a week later, the posted a picture in my shirt. Dang. And I knew it was my shirt.
I didn't want to laugh, but why did the girl put her shirt on?
Every dude is gonna cheat. He has 120 million sperm cells. We have one egg. Dude. So from that, and there's their little testosterone and all of that other stuff going on, it does something to their brain cells and make them do unreliable shit. Yeah, like cheat. What you looking at, bruh?
So you think every man in their lifetime is going to cheat?
Oh, every man is going to cheat in their
Ladies,
lifetime.
do all men cheat? Let me say this. Do all men eventually develop the urge to cheat on the woman that they love and care about? Absolutely. And this even applies even if you're not into women and you're into other males. You still eventually, as a male, develop the urge to cheat. Because regardless of your sexuality, regardless of modern times, we still have primitive things about us that is wired to reproduce and keep our species alive. You can see that with males throughout all of the mammals. We need to keep our species. It's something that's programmed into us so we don't die off. Now, let me say this. Just because we develop the urge to cheat doesn't mean that we all are going to do it, right? This is what you have to understand. A lot of us learn to control those urges because we don't want to lose a woman or man that you really love and care about. Word.
All right, ladies. If your man's in the military, break up with him. I'm telling you, right now, he's cheating. They all do, except for myself, of course. And if they're older, they're probably not cheating. But like 25 and under, they're cheating. Trust me, I promise you. Yeah, do yourself a favor and just break up with him. You don't believe me? All right. Go on Snapchat. Tell him to send a screenshot of his best friends. Then come back to me. Don't be crying, though, because I told you.
I'm not going to leave my boyfriend because he cheated. I'm not going to leave my man because he cheated. I mean, I won't do that. But there are some women who are just not tolerant. They won't accept that. You don't agree?
Do you think all Ghanaian women are supportive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends.
On what? On
it
the man?
depends.
So
It depends on the man in the relationship. If I'm supportive and you are not supportive, you don't expect me to be supportive forever. It stops at some point.
So anytime a woman falls short, it's a man's fault?
Anytime a human being falls short, it's another human being's fault.
Are you sure?
Well, listen, you can't eat your cake and have it. You can't expect so much from someone when you're giving nothing back.
I do think there are double standards, and I'm not saying it's okay for men to cheat, and it's wrong for women to cheat. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is like, it's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, when I think of a man that's like really taking care of me, like you taking care of me, you taking care of home, you doing what you're supposed to do, and like you went and just banged someone else off like a drunk night. Now this shit is situational, but it's like, you know what I mean? I think it's more hurtful if it's premeditated.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes it just happens, right? So it's like, my man taking care of me, and you think I'm going to put my man back out in the streets?
Because he cheated on you one time?
Because he cheated on me?
Yeah.
I'm not just putting my man back in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I find my Jay-Z, you think I'm putting Jay back in the streets?
Mm-hmm.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
It's my Jay. So go do what you're going to do. I'm going to make an album about it, cry about it later.
Are you going to cheat back?
Judge Lynn Toler. I don't know if you guys heard of her. She's a famous court TV judge. She's amazing when it comes to relationship coaching and relationship topics. She is one of my favorite people, one of my go-to people. Actually, when I went through my divorce, she was one of the people I watched religiously almost. You know, I had to make her content my own. You know, and it really helped me through a lot of things. But she went on someone else's podcast and had a conversation. Let's take a listen to what she said.
If my husband were to ever have cheated, I don't think I would have left. We would have had issues. We would have gone to a counselor. But I can't let. Now, if he's just a repeater, just a traveler, he just screwing everything that happens to walk by, he got to go bye-bye.
Right.
But he makes a mistake, I would hope that I was woman enough to weigh it. Not say it's okay, but get through it. When the situation is reversed, y'all never get over it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just how y'all are. But y'all never get over it. And I know that. So I don't do nothing. You know what I mean? I don't care how fine you are or whatever, and I'm away from him for months. I got something so good. Ain't no sex. I don't care how you can rock it.
Now, if you guys don't know, Judge Lynn posting this during her grieving time. Her husband actually just passed. Now, say she posted this during her grieving time. That's very emphatic, if you ask me. Because she posted this saying that she wouldn't cheat if her husband would have cheated. By then, you know, at the time she recorded this, she didn't know he was going to pass. But she still posted it, guys. That means she still believes this. I commented on it, guys. I had to give my opinion because I actually can relate to her story. I can relate to her post. I can relate to her mindset. And I actually want to give a trigger warning because apparently what I have to say here triggered a lot of people. So I hope it don't trigger you, but let's take a look at what I had to say. My wife has a similar mindset. I'm grateful for a woman that sees my hypothetical mistakes as part of my personal development and not a direct action against her. And this is true, ladies and gentlemen. Me and my wife, during our dating time, we had a couple harsh conversations, a couple tough conversations that if it didn't go well, we more than likely would go apart, you know? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, coming out of my previous marriage, I said to myself, there are certain things I'm not gonna do going into the next relationship. One of those things is not be transparent about who I am as a man. And as a man of God and as a person that's developing in my areas of faith, the things I know that are inherent in me that my nature wants to do, I need to be upfront about that and be honest about it so that we can establish what this thing really is. A marriage or a relationship in general is all about two individual flawed people. Two individual flawed people that are trying to get this thing right, especially if you're a Christian. You have standards based on the word of God. However, we fall short of the glory. Hopefully you don't stumble going forward, but we all fall short. We all have things about us that are not quite up to par. Perfection should be the goal, but of course, we're not there yet. The point is I need to be upfront with my then girlfriend and now my wife to let her know this is who I am. This is what I've been. This is what I'm working on. Can you handle that? So from that, she assured me that she sees my hypothetical mistakes as part of my personal development and between me and Christ. So it's up to me at that point to realize what things are good for me in my relationship with Christ, what things will turn around and hurt her. So it's up to me to make those decisions. I'm grateful for a woman that allows me to figure those things out for myself.
Break up with their man who maybe loves them, provides for them, does good things, but he cheated. You know what I mean? Or he cheats, or he talks to so many girls. Like they look through their phone and they see so many girls. And I feel like that's a natural nature of a man. And no matter who you date, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, men love to provide. They like to feel needed. Don't break up with your man because he cheats on you. Your next man's gonna cheat on you too.
You finna get dragged on that.
But it's true. I'm not saying don't give him hell. I'm not saying be like, oh, that's okay. Like, give him hell so he knows not to do that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But internally, don't stress out. Don't feel pain. Yeah. Know that it's the natural nature of who he is. You know what I mean? Obviously, you have to train your man how to treat you. Yeah. And so you want to give him hell so that he doesn't move sloppily and just doesn't give a fuck eventually. You know, you want him to... I know I shouldn't be doing this, so do it the correct way, but just know that no matter what, he's going to do it. And I just feel bad when I see women that they don't understand that and they get hurt, and then I see women that are like 40s and 50s and 60s and they're single. They don't want a man because they've been so hurt before by little things like cheating, bro. You know what I mean? When your man is loyal to you in a way that a man... loyalty to men is not the same as loyalty to women, you know?
Yeah. What if your man cheats and brings you an STD?
Yeah, well, that's different because he's being irresponsible. Obviously, you want someone who moves correctly, you know, like who does things the right way. So STD is disgusting.
So you would be in a polygamous relationship?
You know what's crazy? Now that I'm older, I wouldn't like say that I would be in it, but I'm open to if I had a long-term relationship, like if I was wife number one, and we were together for 10 years, and I see that my man, and we have, like, let's say he's obviously throughout the years had sex with a lot of women or whatever the case, and I see that it's a reoccurring thing, but he fills in everything else. Like, he believes in me, he invests in my goals, he's a provider, he's a protector, like, he's my friend, I can trust him, and he has all those other qualities. I would be open to, after a certain level, a certain amount of time, like if I know, once I feel like this is my position, like, you know, a solid space, I would be open to opening it up to one another person. That I have to like we have to be cool, girl. You have to like clean and cook and do all that shit and watch the damn children too. Like, you know, I would be open to it. I'm not gonna lie. But now that
men cheat, okay, and majority of men cheat, and majority of women pressure men into relationships.
Ladies, welcome back to Somebody Come to This podcast. Here we go. Once again, you have a whole bunch of males sitting up here telling you who they are, how they are, what they do, and telling you what you should accept and what you should expect from them as a whole. They are sitting up here telling you all men. You even have women coming out here saying all men and are on their side. Like at this point, we have no reason to sit up here and act like we don't know any better when we're with these men or when we're getting with these men. We have no reason to sit up here and still act like unicorns do not exist. Okay, I'm going to be the one to say I believe them. Like, if you don't want to believe them, I'm going to say I believe them because they've been saying this and they've been proving this by their actions. But the one thing I want to say to you ladies is I don't believe that men are naturally monogamous, and I believe that it is hard as hell for them to be monogamous. But I also believe that women are not naturally monogamous. Like if we're talking about nature, women are not naturally monogamous, but they cannot take if we do or say what they're saying in these videos. They cannot take it, so we cannot play their game like them because we have seen that they will take us out for doing less. Not all of them, but many of them will and have taken women out for doing less than what the things that they do. So we cannot play this same game and say, well, you're not monogamous, I'm not going to be monogamous too. If you want to cheat, I'm going to cheat too. Don't play that game. Because one, disease. Two, we can get pregnant and they can and will be stuck with their kids. But to just accept it, no. we need to accept the fact that they are not naturally monogamous and we are not naturally monogamous, but we still can't play that same game. You can if you want to play that game, but you're always going to end up losing on that because it's so much more for us to deal with when we play that game, like getting unalive, like I said, like catching diseases, like getting pregnant. So as women, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you should just take it because all of them are like that. I'm not going to tell you that. But what I will tell you is when you know that all of them are like that, you need to be more picky. And since all of them are like that, how do you be more picky? How do you be more choosy? You choose yourself. You choose yourself. You will not die without sex. You be celibate. Of course, if you want some sex, you can go out there and be very wise and get some, but you really need to be choosy of who you choose to do it with. You need to be on your birth control. You need to be wearing condoms. Because you can't stop. Once you engage in that action with them, you cannot stop them from impregnating you. That is called rape, but it can happen. You cannot stop them. You might be able to ask them to go get tested, but like we saw with the Legion guy, they could say they went and got tested and print you up some fake results. All kind of stuff is out here happening. A lot of women are being taken out the moment they tell these guys that they're pregnant. A lot of women are being taken out if they say they have an STD. And the guy, I saw a video, the guy gave her an STD and she told him that she had the STD. He took her out because he said it wasn't from him. She couldn't have got it from him. And then she got tested post-mortem and she didn't have anything. It was from him. So ladies, y'all don't understand the danger that y'all are out here playing. I mean, the danger y'all are in out here playing these games with them. Yeah, women get horny just like men, but men's egos are more fragile. So this game will be a lose-lose for women. I'm not saying that women don't cheat. Yes, women cheat, but as a whole, women don't go out and do what these males are doing. We know what they're doing. If you follow Princella the Queenmaker over at the High Power podcast, we know that they will sleep with corpses. We know that they will sleep with underage children. We know that they sleep with each other. We know that there's pedophilia. All you have to do is just follow all of these channels. Please like, share, and subscribe. At this point, it's not about money for me, but we shouldn't care. If content creators are making money off of my type of content that I'm putting out, y'all shouldn't care. We should want to help women out, and we should want to help women do better, because when women do better, the planet does better. Any woman that's making money talking about the same things I'm talking about, I'm fine with that. I'm going to share her content. And that's one thing I don't like seeing on these platforms is women that don't talk about other channels that they like and enjoy, that don't share other women's content because they don't want them doing better than them. We have to get out of that competition mind, because as you can see, we are in danger. And it's not a hidden secret. Like the patriarchy has women thinking that you have to agree with the way that these males are. No, you don't have to agree with the way that they are, but you do need to know the way that they are. And this is why they lie to us, because when they come out like this and tell their truth, women cannot handle the truth. You know the old saying, you can't handle the truth. And that's true. This is their truth, and we don't want to be able to handle it. And by handling it, I don't mean be like the women in this video and just accept it and just keep them because they're all going to cheat. I mean, by handling it, I mean we need to start building communities with women. We need, if you got to play with yourself, play with yourself. You can have an orgasm most of the time better than what they can give you. I'm not suggesting that you go to other women, but some women will do that. Some women are doing that. Play with yourself. Build a community. Some of us are not even, we don't even care about sex. We're sapiosexuals, we're asexuals. We don't have to be homosexual or lesbian, but it's so many different types of sexuals you can be that don't involve you having sex with a man and having to accept this abuse and him putting you in danger. To them, it's not abuse. You see that. I want women in 2024 to stop lying to each other. I want women to be to love themselves enough to know that you don't have to listen to other women and men tell you this is what we do, this is what they do, so you have to just accept it. We've seen women just accepting it, and that doesn't work out good for us either, because the other woman she's gonna get caught up on him. Sometimes they get caught up, sometimes they have kids. The other woman could have kids by him, or other women can have kids by him, and that's not going to help your household out if you do accept it. That money that he's making, that money is going out of your household. He's making all of these kids, so he's going to be broke. Your household is going to be lacking because he's being careless and making all these kids because he can't control his nature. Leaders know how to control themselves. So obviously that's not men. If they're all on here saying all men, a leader that's women. Women have more self-control. Scientifically, we have more self-control than them when it comes to having sex and just willy-nilly relationships. I'm not saying there's not women out here like Sexy Red and women like her that aren't just throwing their bodies to men because they don't know any better. We have to start teaching women to do better. It's so many cons that can come out of you just allowing him to do this. Not only can you catch something and die, you can get pregnant by this man and your baby can catch something and die because of this man in utero, because of the STDs that he's giving you. Y'all got to be smarter than this. You got to love yourself to know that you can be alone, and you're never really alone if you have good women in your family, good friends, and that's hard to come by too, also because everybody is in this thought process, this male-dominated patriarchal thought process that everything evolves around men, and we know it don't. We see that these countries are trying to pay women to have more male kids and more kids, period, to boost their economy because women are saying no worldwide to giving birth to men. And videos like this is a huge reason why men are speaking their truth and women can't handle it. But I see women making videos like mine that we can handle it. We are just realizing, okay, this is your truth. We've listened to your truth. Now keep speaking it. We're glad you're speaking it. And now we need to do what's best for us. I'm not getting mad at men because of their truth. I'm glad they're speaking their truth. And any lady that I see in the comments disagreeing with them, she wants to live in her delusion. I'm going to show you guys some of the comments, and most of the comments are from men. If you are a woman and you make videos and most of the comments are from men praising you, it's because you're giving them exactly what they want. They want their cake, they want to be degenerate, and they want to eat it too. So stop. I'm going to show y'all these comments, and then I'm going to come back after these comments.
Ladies, let's just date each other. Laughing my ass off. There's clearly a recall on men. Ladies, don't leave. Find his daddy, uncle, or brother. Better yet, his barber. Ladies, these are the games I'm telling you that you should not play. So these are the comments that are under one of the women's videos that said you should let him cheat. Would you like to get married one day? Blessings, blessings. Truly a good woman. Well said. I wouldn't expect anything less than these comments under videos of women saying you need to allow your man to cheat. And most of them are men. They are men. So you know this is not a one-off thing. It's only certain men that think like this, but you'll also see there's women in the comments that are refusing to believe it. This is a joke, right? He has to be joking. A person who loves and values you wouldn't put themselves in a position to lose you. Again, they aren't capable of love. Ladies, that man will leave you if you have a moment of weakness. A woman doesn't leave because a man made a mistake. She leaves because he makes it a pattern. I want him to keep that same energy when I cheat. Like I said, ladies, you cannot play this game. More comments from men. Good morning, beautiful queen. How are you doing today, hun? You are so beautiful. God bless you. This is the comments from the men. And my guy friend swears there aren't any women who will let you cheat and look the other way. There are definitely a lot of women that let men cheat and look the other way. And then here's a guy at the bottom saying cheating is the man's reward for doing everything for his family. It's not cheating if you got it. Don't come for me. It's the ladies who make it possible. And I agree. A lot of women make it possible because they, like these women in this video, they know what's going on. So if you're going to let them cheat, they're going to cheat. Even if I'm not even going to say let. You can't let anybody cheat. They're going to do what they want to do. And you don't own anybody. So everybody is free to do what they want to do. But as long as we have women like this, there will be no consequences for their actions. The consequence is taking away their options by you not allowing them to come cheat with you. We have a lot, y'all know we got a lot of side chicks. So if we can't get on the same page as women, their behavior is going to continue to be what it is because we are actually the leaders and the ones who regulate what they do. Our actions and what we do regulate what they do because we're the leaders, and that's just that on that. I know women don't want to accept that responsibility, but the honest truth is a lot of our actions are feeding into and nurturing their degeneracy. They're already born degenerate, but a lot of the things that women are doing enables them. And we see that by them making bold videos like this. And I'm glad they're, like I said before, I'm glad they're speaking their truth, and I'm glad they're being bold. And there are many women that are fine with it.
So if most men are encountering women like this who excuse their cheating, who accept their cheating, who are okay with their cheating because they just think this is the way men will be, what would make them change? Women are the reason. I'm not gonna say women are the reason that men are like this, but women are the reason that men are so bold. Like, men don't even have to hide cheating. They have hid it before, but they don't even have to hide it. There are so many women out here, and these men know it, that will allow them to cheat. That's why they're coming out louder and bolder than they ever have before, because they've experienced it. And I know cheating is a deal breaker for a lot of people, but I've heard a lot of people say once may be a mistake, but some of these men are out here making a habit of it. Like, if you're catching your man cheat like every few months, it's like, I'm like, girl, like a lot of people say, let that man cheat in peace. Why keep catching him and getting your heart broke and crying and listening to him telling you he's going to change? Yes, some relationships do try to work it out and some have survived. I know that because I'm a woman, and I know a lot of women who are speaking out. Okay, well, we worked it out all those years ago and he never cheated again. And that's because you didn't catch him cheating again. Like, you didn't catch him cheating again. He got smarter after that first, second, third time, and he realized you were going to absolutely leave him. And I can speak on men as a woman because I just know, y'all, that women are not the same. Yes, some women out there, they will tell you, I'm not monogamous. I can't be with just one man. And that's true. A lot of women are not monogamous, and they can just be with one man. They just don't want to be with one man, you know. But for the most part, most women, our hearts are not where we can just go out there and do what men do. We can't just keep being with other men just for sex, because sex is not the same for us as it is for men. And I know some of y'all are going to say, yeah, it is for me. I got to have sex all. That's because you're just brainwashed into thinking that you need sex all the time. You really don't. Like, you need air, food, and water to breathe. You don't need an orgasm. And most of the time you're not having an orgasm anyway. You just want to feel like you're being loved. A lot of women just want the attention. They want to feel sexy, like they're being loved, but it's not love. It's just lust will have you thinking other things. But, you know, I don't know. But if you watch nature channels, like the female animal for the most part they are really, really picky with the males that they choose to mate and procreate with, especially if the males are promiscuous, like most males are in nature. We can learn a lot from watching nature in the Animal Planet. Like they'll sleep with different males, but for the most part, they're really picky with the males that they choose. They will choose the alpha male, the male that's like hunting and protecting the pride. And a lot of the time in like a lion tribe, the females, they protect and provide for each other and the children. They go hunting together. They protect and take care of the kids and feed the kids together. And that's really what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be in communion or community, matriarchal communities with other women. And as long as we have this mindset that these women on these videos have, we will never get there. If we just let men do what they want to do, if you want one, we will never get there. You can't let them do anything. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So I think it's time that women need to start doing what we want to do to look out for ourselves, because they're letting you know, no matter what you say, what you do, we're going to do what we want to do. We may get caught sometimes, and if we do get caught, you should just shut up and accept it. And the ones that are really sneaky, they're not going to get caught. They're not going to tell on themselves. They're not going to just be trying to be in polygamous relationships. Well, they might. They might. If they know, a lot of them, they are not as dumb as we think they are. A lot of them will find the woman that they know will accept most of this, and then even those women will come to a breaking point. So they choose women based off of not only, well, I would like to say looks, but I don't think men choose women on looks. They say that they're visual. Yeah, they want something that looks nice, but for the most part, men will take any woman that's going to do what they want them to do. I mean, let them do what they want to do and can be a slave or just be the woman that they want. That's why a lot of them say, I want to be in polygamous relationships because one woman can't be everything that I need. I need this woman for this, and that. That means that they're really needy, and that means that women are the leaders. They need us for everything. Sex, cooking, cleaning, psychiatrist, child care provider, just whatever you name, a business, a partner, it's just so many things that women bring. That's why I think y'all should stop answering the stupid question, what do women bring to the table? Y'all should have been done stop answering that question. But yeah, ladies, these videos go on and on and on for days, and to be friends with women like the women in these videos, like if you're like a really wise woman, you couldn't stomach being around women like this. Men can stomach being around men like this because, of course, that's what they all think. Even if they don't say it out loud, and even if they're fighting those urges, they are not naturally monogamous, and they know that in their brains. Some of them just don't know how to stop themselves from saying it out loud because they know that it's women that are going to accept them either way. And like I said, if you just have to have a man, I wouldn't recommend you being in an all-out relationship with him and trying to build anything with him, because like a lot of the people said in these videos, like, you spent all these years building and he's just going to cheat anyway. Why would you give that up? Why would you give up all the stuff that he built? And a lot of women will think about that and be like, yeah, because a lot of, especially African-American males or men, black men, are not out here building and doing good things, are not out here buying houses and land and purchasing big ticket things. So a lot of black women, of course, are going to be like, well, it's not a lot of black men that are doing this, so he's at least doing this. But like I said, you need to think about your life. And most women cannot sit there and take that. Women cannot sit there and take that, just like most men cannot just sit there and take that. They may accept it once, but overall, no human can sit there and take their heart being trampled up on like that. No human can take continually getting STDs from the person that they love, continuing to see other women come to their house with babies, or adult children coming to their door saying that your husband or your spouse is their dad. This means that you don't own anybody. I don't care if you're married or if you're dating, you do not own another human person, because these men are letting you know you don't own them, and they're going to go do what they want to do. But they're letting you know that you don't own them, but they're also saying you should keep me. They want to be a kept man by women, but they're letting you know that you don't own their bodies and they're free to roam and do what they want to do. But you need to keep them after they exercise their right to be free. They want to be kept. Does that make sense to y'all? That's what I'm saying. Men don't own women and women don't own men. You cannot be kept by a person if you just refuse to be monogamous. Monogamous is a choice. Is it a natural choice? No. Monogamy is not natural, and it's very hard to do. It's very hard. If it was natural, it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard to do. Anything that's natural is not hard to do. Being in a one-on-one relationship is the most difficult thing anybody will ever go through, which is how we know now. We've learned it is not natural. If you read books from matriarchy to patriarchy, when God was a woman, history books that go back hundreds and thousands of years will show you that monogamy is not natural for men or women. Of course, men will flip it and say women are not supposed to be with all these men. And that's true. But women are not supposed to just tie themselves to one man. We have done it because that's what's changed over all of these centuries, that they told us that we're supposed to just be with them and they can go be with whoever. But that doesn't even make sense, because it's just putting us in more danger. So, ladies, I want you to really think about this. If you are a woman who's sitting here thinking, well, all men cheat and I can't be alone, you don't have to be alone. I know y'all, cats and dogs will love you. You can't sleep with your cats and dogs, but you could buy toys. You can, some women, I don't recommend one night stands because women are out here being taken out. I don't even recommend just giving your body to just anybody. Like, you really have to be careful who you give it to, and make sure your birth control is on lock. Make sure you, like I said, you're wearing condoms. You got to be wise. If you just have to have sex because you're addicted to sex, y'all need to be wise about it. And don't keep trying to be under these men that you're sleeping with. Y'all have to detach, because they are detached. With them out here being not monogamous and sleeping with all these different women, that's why they can't be in relationships, because they are detached from you, because that's their nature, not to get attached to one woman. Women, and they're teaching women to be monogamous, and for the most part women have been, so we sleep with just them and we get attached to them, and our hearts are in it, and they know that they have the one up on us, and that's the game. Teach women that they can't do it like us, and make them be with just us, so they'll get attached to just us, or they'll know just us, and they will fall deeply in love with us. Well, y'all think it's love, but it's not. It's you're really just lusting because this is the only man that you know for the most part, and other men in bed. So I'm hearing a lot of men are not good in bed. So that's what I'm hearing. So their game is to just, you sleep with them and they give you the best sex of your life and you get so attached to them, but they're sleeping with different women and not getting attached to any of them because they don't have time. They're not sticking around and getting feelings. They don't want to get in feelings. That's why when women ask them, what are we doing? They don't want to be serious. They want to be friends with benefits because they want their freedom. They enjoy their freedom. But women, on the other hand, seem like we don't enjoy our freedom. We want to be in long-term relationships. We want to be in marriages because that's what we have been taught that we want. And we believe that's what we want. When we're supposed to be free too. We're supposed to be traveling the world, having fun, being with our friends. And when I say free, I don't mean going out having sex all willy-nilly like men. When men think of freedom, because that's what they're wired to think. Procreate, have kids, have sex. That's what their mind does. We should know that by now. So that's all I have to say about this. I know a lot of y'all are still in shock when y'all hear them speak like this. I don't know why, because they've been saying this forever and they've been proving it by their actions and doing it for centuries. So why are y'all shocked that y'all are telling them this is their nature? It is their nature. If you study nature of males in any species, this is their nature. It's not going to change because they're a human. They're mammals, just like animals. They're just in their lower nature, and they haven't risen like women have. So, you know, I'm not saying women are perfect and don't cheat and don't be out there doing this and playing this game. I have never said that, but I'm just saying women have risen above it way more than men have. And the women that haven't are stuck in that male-minded, patriarchal mind. I can't say the F word, but mind F. You know, we are. So, ladies, that's all I got to say about this. And it's 2024. We need to stop acting just brand new. None of this is brand new. And stop wanting them to tell you the truth and not being able to take the truth and then turn around and telling them they're lying. Yeah, they lie a lot, and they have to lie a lot because some of y'all want to be lied to. They lie to get sex. They lie and tell you they love you and want to be monogamous and want a family. And they may want those things, but they want to come back to home base and have you not going anywhere and have you cooking, cleaning, being everything they need. And when they want other women too. And I'm not going to ever tell you have to accept that. But if you do accept that, you need to be wise. Well, accepting that is not wise in the first place, but if you're going to accept it, you better protect yourself. Like, you better have your own money. You better be wearing condoms. You better have weapons on you at all times, because all men are not going to stop when you tell them to stop. You better be somewhere where you can get out of a sticky situation, because if you get in a sticky situation like this, most of the time, women, we put ourselves in it, not saying all the time, we put ourselves in these situations and we're unprotected. We can't protect ourselves, and they know that. So they'll take advantage of that. So even if you don't put yourself in that situation, I'm for my Second Amendment rights. You need to go out there and you need to be very alert and very aware of the males that are around you. That most of them think like this, and if they can't get it, we have a lot of men becoming incels, and they will just take it. We already know that. We see it. They're saying it online. They're saying if the law didn't exist, if everything fell, that you would need them to protect you from other men. But they're the men that you need. Women need to start learning that we need to protect ourselves and each other. I've seen women protect each other on the streets when men are messing with them. I've seen a woman pull a gun on a man when she saw a woman trying to get kidnapped. And whereas some men would help, but for the most part, women our protective instincts kick in. Like, we need to follow them. We need to not only record, we need to follow them, get license plates. If we have a weapon, pull that weapon. Women, you can have weapons. We are in America. It's so many. If you don't like firearms, there's so many other types of weapons that you should be having on your person and in your car at all times. Like, with the economy going up, with things getting worse, with more and more men being homeless, with more and more men being let in over in the borders and everything, it's getting more dangerous for women. And don't listen to these men say you need a man to protect you, because as a woman, you see that we're the ones that's been harmed the most by them. That's the honest truth. They're being harmed by each other, but they go for a weaker being. In nature also, this is nature. We are in nature, but we're put in artificial situations where we're even in more danger because we have to be around them more. If we weren't in this whole situation that we're in, patriarchy that they built, we wouldn't be around them as much as we are. And yes, I'm learning all of this stuff from watching ladies like you. You're learning it from me. I've learned it a lot from Princella. So it's okay if we have the same talking points. I don't care about getting paid. If the talking points are true, you shouldn't get upset. Oh, she got that. Whatever. We're trying to save lives. Cynthia G, Princella, me, we can't do this alone. We have to spread this word. We have to wake up women and let women know that you are in danger and you need to be more wise with the decisions that you're making with your body and who you're talking to. You need to have more self-confidence. You need to love yourself. And if women start loving themselves, they'll start listening to these men and taking them for what they are and what they're saying to you, and stop gaslighting yourself. These men don't even have to gaslight us. We're gaslighting ourselves by telling them that they're lying. That is not all men, not my man. I could never be friends with anybody who says not my man or not all men. Like, I could not, because that lets me know that you are male-centered and you will put your man or any man above the woman that's actually trying to speak to you and trying to get you to be safe and protect yourself. So ladies, I am at work and I will, I guess, talk to you guys later. I want you to get it in the comments. My videos are still being shadow banned on YouTube. I know you guys are watching. I know you guys are commenting. I see them. I see comments disappearing. But please, if you love women and you love girls and you want more of these videos to be made and shared, and you want to encourage other women to start their own channels because you have women in your family that need to hear this, you have girls in your family that need to hear this because you see them going through this and your heart breaks for them and you want them to get wiser, please share these videos. Please like and comment and subscribe. That is the only way that we're going to wake up the girls and the women in 2024 and beyond. Like, these messages are going worldwide. They're going worldwide because of you sharing, you commenting, you suggesting people to follow that you follow, that you like. And I'm still going to keep encouraging you. If you're looking at this and you've been thinking about starting a channel, this is just March 2024. I think today is like the 4th, Monday the 4th, March 2024. It's not too late. You can start your own channel. I don't care how you do it. I've seen women just do it with a black screen. It doesn't matter. As long as your message is getting out, that's all that matters. You don't have to have the best quality videos and compete with anybody. Lives are in danger. And so that's all I want to say, ladies. Please follow me on Facebook. Please follow me on TikTok. I'm still on Instagram, but I have deleted the app because they kept censoring me and stopping me from speaking. And this is why they don't want women to know this truth. So only we can prevent that by sharing, liking, and subscribing. I will talk to you ladies next time. Bye.